You're back. This is BuzzChomp, home of fitness and entertainment, and we're talking Dispatches from Elsewhere, episode 9. I'm Mandi, and it's all about VR reality. I'm Mandi.
I'm Dan.
Subscribe to
BuzzChomp. Woo!
That's right, guys. Episode 9 of Dispatches from Elsewhere, titled The Creator. All about VR reality. What does that mean? Simone, Peter, Janice, and Fredwynn are all wearing the VR glasses and they're out in the world just like Lee or Clara wanted. They've been in this VR world the whole time, but that is their reality of what they're experiencing and how they're experiencing everything right now. Fredwynn was our narrator, which I loved because he's so friggin' weird. Like when he goes F to the red to the win and didn't know what his last name was. That was weird, which makes me think that his own reality was getting conflicted and his own self of being in this virtual world and experiencing this game like that, but and then experiencing the post game of it. And I think there's the conflict of being distanced from society, being distanced from people, and then having these interactions and having these connections in this world, and whether it's real and whether you can handle it and whether you're actually getting a benefit from it. I definitely think our group of 4, as you see through Peter and Simone falling in love, having this experience, being able to go on this path together in this world. So you see the good, but then you see someone like Fredwynn who resorted back to, I think, an old self, wasn't experiencing the group anymore, and all of them were like, wait, Fredwynn hasn't. Peter was like, Fredwynn hasn't texted me back in a while. He didn't come to his magic show, all of that. So you have him resorting back to ways and self-isolation, even in this VR world, thinking this VR reality is like a conflict. And I think with Lee, the creator, or Clara, I think we're seeing her through it and her own conflict of, oh, can we have meaningful relationships in this world even though we can't have them in the real world? But are we having them in the real world because we're having them in this world? Something super interesting about this episode that, as I was watching, Dan commented on it, that we see Clara and we see the actress Clara. So I was like, well, yeah, for the show, they're having her play Clara still because she's been the only Clara that we've known, right? But no, that's because that Clara is a figment of Lee's imagination, or of Clara's imagination. She was putting that there was somebody else there, that she was the one that was driving this game and creating this VR experience and all that. There's no Clara, it's her. So she has these conflicting sides. She has these conflicting sides of her being this social butterfly, or her being this very dominant person of Lee, and her knowing what she wants and knowing that she can interact with the world and that she can redeem herself. But then she has Clara, who, has depression, who has isolated herself from her friends. And that's why I think she connected with this group of 4 so much, because they're like her. They're like her Clara and all of that. And can they redeem themselves? Can they become a group of friends that have an emotional relationship, a physical relationship, and are able to experience the world and put out good in the world? I'm conflicted what will happen next episode. I'm conflicted if they really were just experiencing this whole thing in the VR world, right? Or were they re-experiencing it? Had it already happened? Were they re-looking at it? Because we see with Janice and her memories of her wedding, is that's what's happening now, that this was something that they all experienced together at one point in time, and now they're coming back to it, that they've all lost touch and now they're coming back to each other through this game, through this experience, through this reality, in a sense. At the end, we're going to see that they need to re-experience each other, that they've reclosed themselves off from society after opening themselves up. I really love how this show makes you think about your own interactions with people, your own relationships, and really about what you can do when you have cut yourself off from society. We live in a society now that you really can cut yourself off from society. You really can just go through the movements and the motions, and we see these 5 people because Lee or Clara whatever her real name is, she's one of them too. She has this whole world that she's created. She has this whole business that she's created, and she feels so isolated. She feels so secluded. I mean, we don't see her with any friends. We see Clara with friends, but we don't see Lee with anyone. We see her with Octavio, who again is just a made-up person that she's added into this story. Only one episode left of Dispatches from Elsewhere. OMG, this has totally gone into a direction I didn't think. I know we were kind of right about it being a game, but really I didn't think it was going to be like this virtual reality and all of that we're seeing, which I think is super, super cool. So I'm just wondering, like, are 4 people just sitting in the same room together on these headsets? Are they walking around out in the world like Lee wanted? Or are they in their own homes experiencing what they had experienced together in the real world through this game, through this virtual reality world? Yeah, cray. I'm Mandi. Subscribe to BuzzChomp for more of our Dispatches from Elsewhere. Next week is the season finale, and comment below. What do you think of this virtual reality game and experience that has happened? Yeah, kids. Yeah. Thanks for watching BuzzChomp.
Subscribe and share.
Subscribe and share.
Subscribe and share.